Hi traders, it's Crispin here from FX Algo Trader. It's the 26th of November 2019. This is part 10 of our support and resistance video series, Zero to Hero. So in this case, I'm going to talk about the trading behaviors within the Trendline Trader Pro tool. And for this particular example, I'm going to use a sell touch behavior. The reason being is because I'm seeing a weakness on the US dollar Swiss franc on this time frame. You can see there's a lot of resistance around this level. We've seen price action come down and get rejected from this level again. So I'm going to go to a very short time frame and I'm going to draw a trend line through these swing highs here. This is on a 1 minute chart. It's a tiny time frame, but this is really just for demo purposes. So when I click on this trend line, the interface will sync up with this trend line automatically. And then I'm going to select a touch-based trading behavior, and I'm also going to set the action to be sell. So what that will do is it'll move the sensitivity channel underneath the trend line, and this is our trigger zone here where my cursor is. So if price action momentarily ticks inside this channel, we'll see a trade get opened. At the moment we're using a stop loss of 5 pips. Our stop is just above here. You can see what's happened now. Price has just ticked within the channel and we've had our order filled, and our take profit level has been set at 0.99550, just down here, and our stop's incredibly tight up here. So we're hoping that we see a continuation of this downward price action here. So this is a very quick example of a sell touch trading behavior. So hopefully you can see that just kind of unravel in a few moments. What you've also seen here is these are order joins. So these slightly diagonal lines are connecting the actual physical stop and take profit levels with the order entry. And so if I remove the trigger grid in the interface, that will clear up this chart a little bit more so we can actually see where we are. So now we can see price action basically doing its thing. So we're expecting this downtrend to continue. My trend line was a bit aggressive. Probably what I should have done is drawn a trend line probably through a level like that would have given us a slightly better entry. But we'll see where we go. Hi traders, okay, we're going to revisit this trade now. Unfortunately, at the end of the video got corrupted, so I've had to recreate what happened. But you can see here we got our sell order on the US dollar Swiss franc, short touch 22553, which was executed from the trend line drawn through these swing points. And price action then came back and consolidated for a while. Almost took us out on our stop because we had a super tight stop set at 99810, which I'll just draw that in for you. So that was our stop, and our entry level I've drawn as this line here, and I actually manually closed this trade because I was monitoring this and I saw price action break down through there's a new swing low, then another slightly lower swing low, and then we saw it break down a bit here. And to be honest, I couldn't be bothered to wait any longer, so I closed it out for $33.98. But my target would have been that central pivot there. So we can see the central daily pivot, and look how accurately that pivot basically acted as a support level. Price then got rejected, came back to retest pretty much this consolidation level, and then rejected again. But that's unfortunately a slightly destroyed example of a very short-term trade. You know, we made profit on it. We didn't leave it in the market as long as we could have done. Our entry is here, so if we'd actually come down to our central pivot level, it's not very much. I mean, it's, you know, we're talking 6 pips. But the point is, it's just a short-term example of how to monopolize on the short-term market direction. And really, to recap, looking at the higher levels, we saw this kind of big run up on the US dollar from the central pivot of the day. It met with a ton of resistance which coincided with a load of pivot levels, and then we saw the price basically getting rejected. And the real trick to it really was the fact that if we look at where price came down, there was virtually nothing in the way in terms of any support levels. From this level, this rejection level of yesterday's high, we just kind of sort of saw, once we got through this pivot confluence here, really there was nothing much in the way apart from M3, and then really the logical exit for this short-term short trade was the central pivot, which indeed played out. So it's just a good example of a very short-term sell touch trading behavior in a short-term corrective phase. If you're wanting to explore Trendline Trader Pro in a bit more detail, you can go to the FX Algo Trader website, which is www.fxalgotrader.com, and go to products, go to the Pro series, MetaTrader 4 Expert Advisors, and scroll down to Automated Trendline Trading Systems and click on Trendline Trader Pro, and you can obviously access the full video series here. Thanks very much for watching.